Originally, I came out here for vacation. You know, I heard Panama was a great country, beautiful sunrises and sunsets. And then lo and behold, I ended up getting involved with the basketball here in Panama. And what I learned is it's amazing untapped potential here that I personally want to get involved with. My name is Tremaine Dalton. I'm founder of the Process Basketball, one of the top programs in the world. I work in Europe, I work in Australia, and this is my first time in Central America. And it's amazing here to me, it's amazing. My program specifically deals with killer instinct, Mamba mentality, you know, that came from Kobe Bryant, you know, God bless his soul. And that's what I saw in the kids here, that's what I saw in the players here. I trained a couple national team players, I trained a couple youth national team players as well. And what I saw was killer instinct. That's the energy that I bring with the Process Basketball in general. But me being here, I want that killer instinct to be exposed to the world. I want people to feel the Panamanian energy that can translate to the rest of the world. They can compete just as strongly, just as hard as everybody else. What I saw was that raw talent, and with raw talent, it needs discipline and guidance. As I said, I work all around the world with some of the top athletes, just from anywhere, whether it's France, whether it's Sweden, whether it's Australia. And imagine taking such raw talent and guiding it the right way. The opportunities are endless. That's what I got from this experience so far. The point of this program is to give kids here and pros proper training, elite training. That's the reason why, that's what I saw. Once I saw that raw talent, once I saw that hunger out of the players here, I felt that I could connect and communicate with these players and take them to a whole nother level. And that what that can lead to is educational opportunities. What that can lead to is professional opportunities as well. My goal is to create an elite program here in Panama and let it translate into Europe, let it translate into the NBA or anywhere in the world. So to make Panama the central stage for South American and Latin American basketball. That's the objective here. And also on the opposite spectrum, to bring my players, whether they play in Israel, whether they play in Switzerland, France, Spain, bring them here so they can also compete with players in Panama so that people can take it even more serious as it already is. Panama has wonderful athletes here, but it's about exposing these athletes and giving them the opportunity to perform at the highest stage and at the same time train at the highest level. I'm going through my buddy Unity Basketball. He has more or less an academy here with some of the top young players. And I plan on moving here. I want to make this a long-term project. I lived in Paris, I lived all over the world, but so far Panama is one of the best places I've ever been, you know, and I want to be here for this. I want to see the players grow. I want to see a player who felt like he never had a chance to play basketball at the highest levels. And next thing you know, he make it to the NBA and he's able to take care of his family. That's the gratification for me. Along with basketball, I personally use basketball as a tool to help communities around the world. It's not just necessarily about getting players to the NBA. It's about helping kids confidence. It's about helping people believe that they can do anything in this world. And that's what I want to be a part of. That's what I've been a part of around the world, and that's what I want to bring here. Panama made me feel good, so I want to feel good in Panama, and I want to give that energy back to the people. But the number one thing is anything is possible, right? For example, me being here in the first place. I initially came out here for vacation, and it turned into me training some of the national team players or some of the great players that's here. So when you manifest energy, anything really is possible. I'm more than just a skills coach, I'm a mental coach. So my job is to make players believe in their ability, which translate on the court. So that's the number one tool when it comes to basketball, is to believe, to have that killer mentality that you can make anything happen. You can develop, you can create, and then it translates into performance. When you have proper training and you combine it with the mentality that anything is possible, or even the killer instinct that Kobe Bryant brought to the table, it translates into success no matter what it is. The same energy that I bring to basketball, it can go into a job. It can go into sports. It can go into education. And that's what I want to bring to the table to the Panamanian community.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
One of the players who I came across while here in Panama is Berto. He's an older national team player, but he has an awesome skill set. And one thing I emphasized with him was leadership. We did a lot of competitive drills, one-on-one drills where he had the younger players, and I expressed to him that he needs to take it from these players. He don't make it easy on them, because that shows that he's a leader, and then give that energy to show that that's what these players need to make it to his level, to succeed. Other players that I work with is, as you know, James Young. He played for Kentucky, and he was drafted by the Boston Celtics. And I'm a huge part of resurrecting his career to making it. He just recently got signed with the Knicks. And he played in Israel, and I went out to Israel with him for a month to really put together his game, work directly with the coaching staff, and he ended up leading the Israeli league in scoring. He ended up getting re-signed with the Knicks, and now he's continuing on with his career. Another player is Roman Sorkin. He plays for the Israeli national team, and he came out of Oregon. And then he just killed it in the European Nationals, and right now he's dominating out in Maccabi Haifa. And one of my favorite players is Khalees Lloyd. She plays for the Swedish national team, and she got the MVP against Russia in the Euro Championship last year. And I got her. I was preparing her for the Olympic qualifiers and stuff like that. And other players like Tijan Kaida, who played for the Suns, David Michinu, he plays out in France. He played for the Clippers. And Ronald March, he's one of the most dominant players out in France right now. Names amongst names. And I also want to give my guy, Adonis Arms, a big shout out. He just was in March Madness. He did his thing. He plays for Winthrop University. And I've been putting in a lot of work with him because our objective with him is for him to be a draft pick in the near future. Like I said, I'm working directly with my guys at Unity Sports. And we really want to make this a strong program. We want to make it the best in Central and South America. That's the objective. Me being here and me being here long term, I think it's possible. And I have the right people around me, the right team to make it grow to the elite level. Like I said, this year there was no players who was drafted from Panama. We want to make that a reality. We want kids to not only get a proper education, we want kids to learn the proper skills of basketball and become killers on the court and off the court, to not only just take care of their futures, but take care of their families as well. That's really the objective here, and I believe in it. I've been in many places around the world, and I want it to happen here. I really do. I believe in it 100%.
It sound right, boy.